Okay, welcome everyone. So we're going to spend the next few minutes sharing about Thrive. So I don't have any makeup on today. I'm going to do my makeup right now with Thrive. And Thrive Causemetics has been around for a little bit, and they have their colors. You might recognize them. They have all of these different, it's all like that teal color. But you've seen me put on makeup as a first look and then wear it throughout the day and then comment on it. So there's a reason I didn't do that with this brand. So unfortunately, this brand is not going to get a clean review from me. So I need to kind of start there. So many of you are like interested in it. You know, part of the problem with us as humans is that you see something, right? Like I have a friend who works for a company who, when I first met him, he said, oh yeah, I work for a company that's totally like cruelty free. And he used all this language that made it sound like it was a clean company. And when I found out what it was, I was like, oh, that is not a clean company at all. So when we voted, just to kind of see like what brands you wanted me to test, this one came up as the third most like wanted brand. So in just kind of going over everything and looking through all of their products and going back and forth, 3 different orders through them, trying to color match, get the whole thing, it was really difficult with customer service. So not only was that a pain, but then doing the research on the ingredients and realizing that it's riddled with things that I actually can't use. So talc is the #1 thing in like all of their products. So if you are against using talc, that's a big one. There's preservatives in there that aren't bad but aren't real great. Like they could have picked something a little bit better. There's tons of silicones. So it goes back to like Tarte, right? Tarte, same thing. Some of you thought they were clean, but they really have just a ton, not just dimethicone, but a ton of other silicones. And that's difficult. The other issue that then became a problem is the same thing that we had with, Ilia, is that they do use dyes, synthetic dyes, and that can be a problem not only for the lipsticks but for their blushes. There's synthetic dyes in them. So as far as it being clean, I would maybe put it at a 60%, 70% clean, but I actually would take it and Thrive. Ilia, I could kind of say sure that had a good amount of positives, just a few items that we would just not use. But to have so many of their products hitting, it's not a great thing. So that was part of the problem. So I'm going to put it on just so you can see what it is. This is the CC cream. It's a buildable blur, which has a lot of silicones in it. Outside of the silicones, it's not like massively problematic. Some of the other problems come into play with the other items here, but I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. So I wouldn't be able to use this with essential oils. Now, one of you, I need to make sure I have the screen up so I can see myself. One of you said that you had an aha moment yesterday with me talking about and somebody else said, you put it on your eyes too? I don't know. I think my mom taught me that. Like you just start, the whole color should be one color. I usually don't even use one of these things. And remember, my face is really red and pink and I don't like it. So I always go with a color that is my base color. If I push on my skin to get the blood away, that's the actual color of my skin. So this will look lighter. It looks like more yellow to you guys, but this is actually correct. When I look at it in the regular light, it's correct. So when I'm looking at, just wanting something that I can put on that's easy, that's nice, we also wanted to really kind of match Savvy Minerals, like, that one is going out of business. So it is out of business. I mean, you really can't, there's hardly anything on the site anymore. So to say that they're sunsetting it was a little bit of a stretch because if you're sunsetting a product, there's still quite a few items. And they're saying through the summer, there's nothing on the website. So I'm not entirely sure, nothing usable at least. I'm not entirely sure what they meant by sunsetting it. Okay, so we're just gonna, I mean, it's geisha, right? It's like straight up geisha effect here, where they just start out with that white face and then you add the color back in. So I'm gonna have to take this off fairly quickly just because there's just too much in it that I don't like on my skin. So that's the reason I didn't do a first look. So sorry, Thrive, it's not the best. I would say even Tarte was easier to use as far as like finding the right color, but again, that one was full of stuff too, so something to consider. Okay, so this Filtered Effects Soft Focus HD Pressed Setting Powder, I was kind of excited about because I thought, oh, well, this kind of works, you know, this is something I can use, and I've used it a few times, not checking the ingredients and realizing that this also has, like, why would they put silicone in an actual powder? I don't know, but this has full on talc, so I have to be careful about that. Anyhow, I mean, it goes on well and it covers well, but as far as it being a clean product, that's an absolute no. Thrive is not a clean product. So I'm just being clear. Again, I'm not paid by any company at all. This is just me trying to find a brand that's going to work well, look good on, you know. Anyhow, this was their Cosmo powder that is, because the blush I had to return immediately. The blush seemed cool because it had the little blush brush on the bottom, but it was the cream one, but the color was terrible. And I couldn't, out of all their colors, I couldn't find one. So I'm going to like pick an area that's lighter and just dab it rather than getting a ton, because then it's too much. So just a little bit of color. And then I'm gonna put that on last. I'll put the lips on last just because it's pretty toxic. So don't wipe it off. I ended up, what did I grab? I grabbed some Savvy eyeshadow because I didn't get any of their eyeshadow. I did get their eyelashes, and I know that we've talked about that before. I don't have a huge, did I totally forget? I did. Oh, there it is. I don't have a huge problem with like mascara being plastic, like having silicones in it, because, and I'm using a Savvy, I'm using Champagne. This was a special release that was one of my favorite color launches, and they never, it was just for Christmas a few years ago. But this is the Champagne, and I'm not using any setting spray or anything. I tend to just put it on dry. I know some of you guys like to make it a little bit more oomphy. And then this one is Cheers. This was, again, one of my favorites that I use. And it has a little bit of a, what do I want to say? Oh, do I have, no, I'm good. It has a little bit of shimmer to it, which is nice. So I'm a fan of the shadows, and these will last a long time. So if you have any Savvy shadows, just, and you're not using some of them, stick them in the fridge. They'll last longer. And I'm testing this stuff on my face for you guys. I'm doing it for you, and that's totally the wrong, that looks funny to me on this screen because it looks orange, but that is a taupe color in real life. So funny to me. Maybe my screen is color balanced wrong. I'm curious how it looks on your end. Okay, so then they also have their, it's basically waterproof eyeliner. It's called like Infinity Waterproof Eyeliner. And this, get my mirror here. I actually liked it before I like read all the ingredients, because I like the end of it where it has the little blurring kind of sponge on the end. So that was cool, but again, unfortunately, they're just not clean. So, I mean, that's our goal here. Our goal is to fold in two big ways. The two big ways are, is it clean, right? Like, is it a clean line? And does it match like Savvy? Does it wear like Savvy? We're not trying to find some caked on look, because Savvy was never that, you know? So, I mean, that's part of the problem. I think most of you could agree that the goal is clean makeup line, meaning like actually clean. And then also, does it wear well like Savvy did? So that's the goal. The other goals, the other minor goals are, you know, things like, do you look good with it on? I mean, I think any makeup brand, like any makeup brand any of us try, you can make it work, right? Sometimes when I'll do my eyes, I'll actually pull it into my eyebrows just a little bit. I don't have any issues with eyebrows though, ever. I used to have big, huge, bushy eyebrows as a child, and I have since moved on from those because I plucked them, and so now that this is the shape they will always be. Okay, so I'm going to put on the mascara that all of you adore. Now, I've used this a few times because I did get this a while ago and wanted to really try it and to see kind of maybe what I'm doing wrong. This is the Liquid Lash Extensions. Now, I don't, like I said, I don't really have a problem with this kind of thing because it's like nail polish. It's on the outside of my face. It's like on the eyelashes. Now, some of you do have issues with eyelash stuff because if it does flake at all and gets in your eye, then you have problems. And that's one of my problems. So I'm actually okay if it's pretty waterproof. I don't want it moving. I don't want it coming off. I don't want it flaking into my eyes because then I have all sorts of problems with the rest of my makeup. So again, I look at this as on something that's not touching my skin because it isn't. And so once it dries, so to each your own, everybody has their own kind of list of important things or elements. And mascara to me is sort of like, it just needs to stay on and not get in my way. So some of you said to go ahead and use like 2 or 3 coats. So I'm gonna let that dry for just a blip and put this on their little. Now, the problem with this is this was not clean at all. It's a really pretty color, but this has dyes in it. So, you know, I mean, that's a problem because it's gloss and I'm gonna eat it, right? Like, that's the problem with lipsticks and lip glosses, is that does need to be clean because you're eating it eventually. I mean, just that, right? There's some weird statistic that women over their lifetime consume like 4 pounds of lipstick. Anyhow. Okay, so the mascara, I will say it does do the whole like much bigger. And again, I'm gonna actually put the magnifier on because I want to see what this is doing, and I don't like clumpiness, and this was my problem, and it already has flaked. So this was my problem putting this on, is like, yeah, sure, you get some pretty intense eyelashes, but man, how am I going to deal with these clumps at the tips? Like, those are pretty big clumps, and I got some right down here on my cheek. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So like from here, and this eye has, it's clumping quite a bit. So now, like, I guess from like this, you know, the distance viewing, pretty good, right? Okay, so here we go. So now you're seeing the clumpiness, and I'll get as close as I can here. See like the very tip of the eyelashes? Not a fan of that to me. That's kind of like, I just think that that's not great. And you can even see like all of this is too, there's too many, like, it doesn't do the falsy thing. From far away, yeah. So maybe some of you are totally okay with that. I'm sort of like, I don't know. Some of you love it. And maybe it's a situation of like my eyelashes are shaped a certain way that causes it to not be great. This also stuck like throughout the day on this left eye. So I have to kind of like, and I've done things where I've blown them and like, you know, so I mean, there you have it. And I think part of the issue, and when I back up, you can see like, it's pretty, you know, and I think, you know, it makes my eyes look good. It's like big, but it's not natural to me. So I was a little bit shocked. I was very interested in this brand because I thought they were clean. I thought that was the point of it, but maybe not. I actually do some more research on their website to see kind of their claims and all of that, but I'm just taking it from you all voted. We were talking about clean makeup. This was the third top ranking company that you guys wanted me to test. And sadly, it's riddled with things that I don't want on my face. Sorry, Thrive. You didn't thrive. Failure to thrive. I know, I couldn't help myself. Okay, so that's it for this one. I'm actually not going to do a second one on this one just because I'm not doing a first look because I just did it all in this one. The other companies I will do too if I can, if you know, if it makes sense to, but this will be in the write-up. So you will be able to see like why, what things I was okay with, what things I'm not okay with, you know, what works, what doesn't. Actually, and they had another blush. Where did I put it? Oh no, that's a different company. You guys, all the companies are blurring together now. I do have I have most of the things from most of the companies now. So I'm waiting on 2 companies, but probably tomorrow we're going to be doing Beauty Counter. I think I'm going to see if I can do Beauty Counter tomorrow. I know you guys have been waiting for that one. That was the second top ranked one, and we still have to do Crunchy. I'm still waiting for a package from them, so I'm waiting on that. And then we're going to do a full review on Bare Minerals because we didn't do a full one on that one, and we're going to also do a full one on Root Pretty. So, and there's some other companies coming as well that you guys don't know about, so I'm excited about that. So yeah, you know, and as far as like the whole, I'm just reading some of your comments, like, you know, somebody far away, somebody close up. I mean, if you're in talking range to somebody, you can tell the clumpiness. And I always look at women, I mean, just being honest here, I always look at women that wear makeup, you know, the ones that have makeup on that's noticeable. And I always wonder, like, why did you go out of the house like that? And I'm not trying to be mean, honestly. I'm just saying, like, I always wonder, like, do they know that all of that is clumping, or that mascara doesn't work for them because it's like all over their cheeks? Or do they know that they have way too much blush on? Like, do they know that their mascara line is higher than their lid line? So you can see like skin, like lash skin, eyeliner skin. Do you know what I mean? They don't. I think most people are just they like slap it on. I remember going to England, and I had to photograph every single Nokia mobile phones. Remember Nokia mobile phones? The president and like all the employees at Nokia, and it was so funny because they called it slap. I got to get my slap on, and I was like, "What is that? Makeup? You just slap it on." I was like, "Oh yeah," because I do. I mean, I take 5 minutes, 10 minutes max, but you know, I use a very like large zoom in mirror because I want to see that I'm actually putting it on correctly. You know, there was a gal we went out to lunch this afternoon, and there was a gal bringing us up, and she had false eyelashes on, and I thought, man, she did them right. One of the first people I've seen wearing falsies that were on her. You know what I mean? I used to be a wedding photographer for, I don't know, 10 years, and that was always the running joke, that no woman can ever keep her falsies on. They're always slightly coming off, or they're on the lid wrong. They're literally like on the lid and not on the lash line. It's just, get a good magnifying mirror, okay? And again, it's not to be judgy. It's like, why? Like it's like a head scratcher to me. So I'm just sharing right now. This is like, I would feel weird in public. I would be like, hello, like, anyhow. So, and if you have a hard time with certain things like eyeliner and stuff like that, don't do it. Don't use it, right? Figure something out that would work for you, and but good light and a good mirror. And this one I got at Target, no, Costco, and it has a light on it, so it's like illuminating. Tim loves it because he can like pluck things, and I love it because I can pluck my chin hairs. I don't know how many of you ladies have a beard, but I do, and I like to pluck it. Mine is now fully gray. I have that nice gray beard going, and it's, 48 years old. We got good hairs down there. All right, so that's it for this session. I would hope that you would all stick around, because after this, we do an open session. We're talking about liver cleansing. So hang out with me, and I will see you all on the next makeup review. All right.